New York Times and their staff are now threatening a strike right in the middle of the election. Oh no, don't do it. No, don't strike. New York Times, no. It's their tech staff. So leaders at the Times are concerned that contract negotiations with their union tech employees could disrupt its election coverage. 600 members, software engineers, are all saying, we're done. We're voted overwhelmingly to authorize a potential strike. The threat has rattled the paper's management, including some leaders in the newsroom, which relies heavily on the tech stack. The paper receives peak volumes around elections, and now they're like, we're walking. They say New York Times has credible competitors. It's not a matter of whether news is available. People will just go elsewhere. So they're a little bit freaked out about that. Management says the Guild has been bogged down in negotiations. Some people calling the proposals outlandish. Some people even say it's illegal. The Guild proposed a ban on scented products in break rooms. Wow, you can see this. Unlimited break times and accommodations for pet bereavement? What? So these tech bros want a ban on scented products in break rooms. Don't light a candle. But sometimes you have to get rid of the popcorn smell in the break rooms, right? So how do you get rid of the popcorn smell if people are popping popcorn? I guess it's just a free-for-all in the break rooms. You don't want to cover up someone's leftover lasagna that they microwave for 15 minutes and left in their microwave. What are you supposed to do? They want unlimited break time for whatever. They want accommodations for pet bereavement. What, like 90 days? Like Buttigieg when he took his 6 months of paternity leave? Do they also want pet bereavement leave? As well as mandatory trigger warnings in company meetings discussing events in the news. Is this a joke? Times management has been frustrated by proposals that would provide more money for non-white staff. So give white people, you have to take a pay cut, and others from underrepresented communities to attend conferences, and languages that would prioritize non-citizens. Wow, this is just great. Also, a spokesman says that the union has argued that the strike is a fight for fair wages too. The average total compensation of someone who works in the Tech Guild union is $190,000. Woo, that's a nice payday. And they want pet bereavement too, in case their pup dies. The Tech Guild recently submitted their and we love our pets here. We love our animals here, but pet bereavement's a little much. The Tech Guild recently submitted their economic proposals, and so they look forward to having a fair contract. This is great. This is such good news for independent content creators and people who do what we do here. It's great news. It's like, are you kidding me? How can they get anything done? How can they run a newspaper if they've got 600 freak-offs who are demanding pet bereavement and unlimited break time? Okay, give it to them. The whole paper will just go out of business on a long enough timeline. Survival rate of all these newspapers turns to zero. And we're looking forward to it because their loss is our gain. Now, this was JD Vance. He was out and about, and he's catching some flack for this comment. He says, no one's trying to kill Kamala Harris, but why are people trying to kill Trump? I think it's pretty strong evidence that the left needs to tone down their rhetoric. Here's JD.
First public remarks that I have made since my running mate was nearly assassinated for the second time yesterday.
Low volume.
And President Trump, I was actually sitting at home in Cincinnati with my 7-year-old, and I get a phone call, and it says Donald J. Trump. So I answer it, and he says, JD, you're not going to believe this, but they tried to do it again. And I said, no, they didn't. You're joshing me. What's going on here, sir? And he says, no, I was playing golf, and the Secret Service found somebody who was trying to shoot me. And I say, oh, my Lord, sir. I'm so glad you're okay. Are you doing okay? Are you not just physically okay, but everything's fine? He said, yeah, I'm doing fine. And this is just who Donald Trump is. He said, I'm a little mad because I was about to make a birdie putt on the 6th hole, and they wouldn't let me finish. The guy's literally like, this happened. He calls me right after. This is 10 minutes after, and he's pissed off that they won't let him finish his birdie putt right after they found a guy with an AK-47. But by the way, that is the guy that you want to be president of the United States, right? Who's fazed by nothing, who's telling jokes afterwards. I think I was, without a question, bothered by it more than he was, and I was in Cincinnati, Ohio, 100 miles away from where this went down. But I do think that we should take this opportunity to call for a reduction in the ridiculous and inflammatory political rhetoric coming from too many corners of our politics.
Yeah, good luck with that, JD. They're going to continue to call Trump the biggest threat to American democracy since the Civil War and all the things.